Hello and welcome everybody to the last game of the evening for the Thailand Championship. It's going to be the first playoff game, the semi-final, Team NXL versus First Departure. First Departure, they, well, graduated is the wrong word I guess, but they finished first in Group A, NXL of course coming second in Group B, thus they have matched up against each other here. Still a best of one, everything until the final will be best of one, plus it's going to be a double elimination playoff as well, unless they decide that they don't have enough time for that, which I highly doubt. But in any case, we're HeflaTV, the English coverage for you. My name is Coucher, and once again, I am joined by Mito. What are your expectations of this upcoming last game of the evening?
Wow, that's a lot of things to think about. Well, I'm definitely excited about these two teams. First Departure, a very well-known team in the Southeast Asian scene, and Team NXL. They've been around, like, I don't know for how long, but I've seen them around at least in JDL. And well, we just casted the game. They put on a pretty impressive performance up against 85 Leela, and that's why they're here right now. They're playing the semifinals. So any team that gets to semifinals is pretty respectable, I suppose. And but I guess we should jump into the draft because it's going pretty fast. Well, at least for the bans. Team NXL opted to ban out the Panda and Brewmaster as well as Terrorblade, whereas First Departure gets rid of the Death Prophet and the Skywrath Mage. Oh dear god. Right away we see the Naga Siren. And as good as Miracle's Naga Siren is, like I love watching Miracle play Naga Siren, but it's just pretty hard to keep track of all the illusions just split pushing all the time.
To be honest, I've seen First Departure go for that similar opening, just Naga +1 for them, and I think the last 3 times they actually haven't used the Miracle Naga. They just use it as a support instead. So might be yet once again just one of those games. Although Naga Siren and Shadow Demon both as supports, I'm not too sure if I would be really fond of that combination. Just because like disruption and then snare, your ganking potential isn't all that high. But we shall see. As NXL, Razor at least. Static Link is good. I mean, even if Shadow Demon disrupts somebody defensively, Static Link will still steal damage, plus of course, stealing damage from illusions as well. So Razor is a good enough hero already. But what do we see as the second one here?
Second one, probably something that gives pretty good armor. Because just looking at Shadow Demon and Naga, you're gonna have a bunch of illusions surrounding a hero. If they couple that with, say, a Shadow Priest, it's gonna be, oh man, the amount of physical damage output that's gonna be coming out from this combination is gonna instantly break a hero. Team NXL starting out with Razor, who's actually good, and they need to think about this Naga as well. They can't allow the game to drag until like pretty late unless they find some like amazing counter. And Lion, oh, that's a beautiful pickup because Lion, it's such a good hero against illusion-based heroes. Um, just being able to steal the mana, like the mana drain, is instantly gonna pop one illusion, and the Hex, that's gonna destroy another illusion instantly.
It's definitely a good pickup, and overall I really like Lion, and Lion really has been seeing a lot more light of day than, let's say, a couple months ago. Definitely just coming out. Of course, I guess maybe it is because of those illusion heroes like Naga Siren and the Terror Blade as well. But overall, just love that hero. Well, of course, there will always be a Shadow Demon to just disrupt targets potentially from the Finger of Death. Whether he will be able to get the timing correctly, that's up to the player himself. But looking at the secondary set of bans now, Bristleback taken out by First Departure, Team NXL banning out the Centaur instead. So both teams just focus on the offlaners so far.
Yeah, and looking at First Departure's lineup, it's very likely they might pick up a Mirana because, hey, Shadow Demon sets up perfectly for the Mirana arrows, and so does Song of the Siren. So they have a lot to play around with that. But looking at just how much those Malaysian and Singaporean teams love picking up the Jakiro, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jakiro as well, since it works very nicely in conjunction with the Naga Siren. There's just plenty of options right now from both sides. It's very early in the picking phase to determine how it's gonna go. But Team NXL, I just feel every time you see a Naga Siren, you're pressured to think so much more. There's so much like, how are we gonna end the game early? Or do we go greedy? If you have a Naga Siren farming, are we gonna have multiple farmers that drag into the late game? Sadly, we won't be seeing a Phantom Lancer because that hero is not in the captain's mode right now.
Thank God.
Uh, yeah, one day, like imagine seeing Phantom Lancer against Naga Siren, and then if it gets even worse, like someone picks up a support Naga Siren and picks a Terrorblade is a carry, but then the game drags long enough to the point where Naga Siren becomes a carry as well. Oh man, the
Oh, please
illusion
no, man.
armies.
Please. No. Terrorblade plus Naga Siren farmed on the same team. It's not going to be fun times for the enemy, but first departure going for an Enigma. They actually didn't think all that long about it. Felt about a little bit longer, I guess, maybe with the Slark ban coming out as well, but Enigma, the pick for first departure. That means that it's gonna have to be a core Naga here.
Most likely, yeah.
Unless they want to like run Enigma offlane or something, but I would think they're going just Enigma jungle.
Well, now you have a really sick combo. The song into Enigma Black Hole. That's something to be watching out for. And Team NXL might just have to consider, say, a silencer here to deal with the Enigma. So, like, you can stand really, really far in the back and not be a part of the fight. So whenever the song ends and Enigma uses the Black Hole, you can instantly cancel it, allowing your team a fighting chance. But right now, first departure, the lineup, just like the hero Enigma, it's fairly enigmatic. You don't really understand what they're going for, so it's gonna be pretty tough on NXL. Man, they just have to have something that can help them push, take towers, and just gain map control. You cannot allow this Naga to get fat. And there we go. That's exact. Funny enough, I was just about to mention it. Many teams have dealt with the Naga Siren mid solo with an Enchantress. Not only does it offer you early pushing capabilities, and the second part is we all know Naga loves to make use of the camps. And if Enchantress, they can do some wraparounds. And the scariest thing about this dual roaming from Lion and Enchantress is they're never going to be on the map, so you have no idea when to anticipate the gank. Not only that, they can also go and disrupt the Enigma's farm, just completely screwing up everything the Enigma is potentially looking for. Unless this turns out to be an offlane Enigma, which we haven't seen in I don't know how long.
I think I've seen one maybe, but in any case, first departure, picking up the Mirana now. You were already discussing it previously, just to go together with the Shadow Demon and even the Naga Siren later on, or even early on if he does just choose to skill the Ensnare. So far though, I would expect the Enigma in the jungle, Shadow Demon, Mirana safe lane, plus just take up an offlaner. If you really want to, you can also send the Mirana offlane, although she's rather squishy. The leap, all well and good, but not the best kind of escape, I think. NXL, of course, they won't be able to maybe punish any offlaner that heavily since they will have the Enchantress. Maybe Enchantress can rotate in from behind and get the kills that way, but just any offlaner with a decent escape mechanism, even Mirana with the leap, should be able to just escape.
I'm just going to quickly predict first departure's lineup. It's going to be a safe lane Mirana, coupled with the Shadow Demon. Naga Siren are going to be mid farming away. Enigma in the jungle, supporting wherever necessary. Oh, Team NXL picks up a Bat Rider, so they're looking to go very aggressive. They still have room for one more hero, and Team NXL, they should be looking to banning an offlane hero if my predictions are somewhere like on track. This offlane hero, who can first departure potentially pick up though? They have to be looking towards a fighting hero. That's not too fragile and gives too much away. And first departure, they decide to get rid of the Morphling because Morphling, if he gets to replicate the Naga Siren, can be very, very troublesome. Having a free Radiance essentially and a very tanky illusion that soaks up 100% of the damage. NXL, that Morphling actually was a very good choice. It's gone. So who else can they possibly go for? I'm thinking about Ember Spirit. I would love to have an Ember Spirit on my team if I was in Team NXL.
I was thinking even something about like a Dragon Knight maybe. It's a hero that we don't see all that often, but at least they would get some additional pushing power to actually have a chance to end this game early as first departure. Going for a Gyro out there. And this either means that it's actually an Enigma offlane with Mirana Shadow Demon supporting and Gyro farming, or Mirana offlane with just Enigma jungle, Gyro Shadow Demon in the safe lane. And I do believe the last time I saw an Enigma offlane might actually have been first departure themselves. I can't say for sure, but somehow I get the feeling that it might have been them.
This is gonna be awesome. Like you said, it's most likely gonna be an Enigma offlane. Shadow Demon, Mirana, gonna be dual roaming. And actually, is it possible for the Enigma to be a safe lane solo and for first departure to actually go on the offense, go for the aggressive tri-lane, try to shut down the Razor from the beginning of the match? And Team NXL, oh, It's the Spectre pickup. Is this hero really good for them? Sure, it's gonna help them gank a lot,
I would love to see
but
the aggressive Trident now from first departure. This Spectre probably won't get anything if it's so. I mean, Lion, not a great hero in just a 2 versus 3 situation. Enchantress is gonna just have to get some really good creeps to help out if first departure are actually gonna go aggressive.
oh, this is a little mind-boggling. Team NXL, even if this game goes, you pick a Spectre, so you do, sure, you want the global presence, but you also want like some of the late game that they're looking for, and this is not a great choice against Naga. Um, I know Spectre and Naga have meshed up several times, but if the game goes over 40 minutes, if I remember correctly, it favors the Naga Siren. But if Team NXL are successful with the ganks, then if they can close the game before the 40-minute mark, that's always gonna be great. But the lineup is just not suited to pushing until they have items. You have an Enchantress, that's meant to be able to take towers very early, but with the glyph buffs, that might just get negated. And then for Razor to become a real pushing powerhouse, he at least very minimally needs the Aghanim Scepter. And of course, if he gets a refresher, that's gonna change the tempo a little bit. But with Naga Siren, by the time you get to Aghanim's refresher on Razor, your lanes are never gonna be pushed out far enough for you to take towers.
But to introduce the lineups now, as well as first departure already going aggressive into the enemy jungle, KS will be leading the charge on the Shadow Demon. Actually, is it a core Shadow Demon? KS usually plays the mid laner for their team. Aluka, Kai on the Mirana with Lobby on the Gyrocopter, leaving Tafa on the Enigma, and Miracle, of course, will be on the Naga Siren. But can this really be a core Shadow Demon? He started with Boots as well. I guess support Shadow Demons can do the same. He is carrying a Smoke and Observer Ward. So I would still think that Kai on the Mirana is going to be the core just with the items that he has, but... Well, I'm just hoping for something crazy, although... Just offlane Enigma, I guess I'm going to have to be fine with this. Or is this even offlane? He's heading towards the safe lane at the moment. So they are leaving behind an aggressive tri-lane, and I'm on board with that.
Yep, and real quick to introduce the NXL players, we have Phoenix playing, he's a stand-in playing as a Lion. At top, oh, I just want to focus on the Enchantress right now. Zephyr is going to be on the Enchantress, and he's in a little bit of a danger if he takes a misstep. At top, we have Spaceman playing as the safe lane carry Razor. Mid, we have AMZ, who's always been playing the carry role, going to be on the Spectre. And finally, we have the offlane Batrider, played by Nasa. And right now, Enchantress, oh, he gets disrupted. Where's the follow-up? Here comes the Rocket Barrage, but a beautiful Sentinel Stomp stops any kind of further harassment, except for the right clicks coming up from KS. But Zephyr manages to get away safely.
Although, even just the right clicks from Shadow Demon did a pretty nice amount of damage, to be honest. Enchantress, 0 base armor, of course, 450 HP as well. Really easy to just kind of nibble your way through there. Of course, Naga Siren can't really handle Razor alone. At least not when it's like 1v1 versus that and they're both level 1. Miracle just gonna get static linked all the time. Although he's baiting out Spaceman at the moment, I think. KS, I think he's still a little bit too far. Rocket Barrage Lobby, he's gonna activate it. There's the Ensnare as well. But the creep, they come in to soak up a little bit of the damage. Static link, of course, Miracle can't do anything with the right clicks. And if he's actually not backing off Spaceman, might get the counter kill onto Lobby. Never mind, he's not gonna be fast enough. KS, defensive disruption just in case. And first blood, it actually does get split between the heroes.
Oh man. So, quite an early first blood. This dual roaming didn't work at first, but finally they pick up what was pretty crucial for a dual roaming combination. And Zephyr, he's got some sick creeps coming along, but the creep wave is pushed way too far out. Unfortunately, the Centaur is about to run out, and he has to go back and look for other summons. Looking at mid lane, however, this Mirana should have a pretty rough time up against this dual lane of Spectre plus Lion. Mirana, his right click damage to begin with is kind of sucky, and even with the just starting with high stats, he still only has 54 base damage, and up against a Spectre who starts out with, let me get a click, a Stout Shield, a set of Tangos, and a Sal with 2 branches. That's some good stats going in there. Those right clicks are not going to really matter.
Do you think that the Lion's presence is gonna be enough though? I mean, Mirana doesn't need all that crazy amount of farm anyway, because you can just be kind of the utility, go for the Podal drums to follow up or something like that. I just don't think Lion will be enough to kind of kill Mirana here or make him back off enough even, as long as he can just keep the creep wave at his own high ground.
Yeah, Mirana is going to be really hard to kill, even with, say, the supports rotating in. Your Enchantress, unless you get, say, 2 Centaurs, you're not going to be able to lock down the Mirana long enough to get the kill. So Mirana, despite not getting the best of last hits, should be
Oh,
just fine standing
Spaceman might
around.
be in trouble. There's the disruption coming out. They have the ensnare. Even the Riptide is there. Rocket Barrage activated, but it's actually not close enough quite yet. I still think they're gonna get the kill. Rocket Barrage, not the Rocket Barrage, Homing Missile is gonna be there as well. A few more right clicks. They do get the kill. Lobby manages to get it for himself on the Gyrocopter. So Razor, just 2 deaths already.
Oh, this is definitely starting to hurt quite a bit for Team NXL. They need the Enchantress to make the rotations. But every time the Enchantress gets in position, somebody is already dead. And they can never get the combos going.
Mid, actually, Phoenix, he went for the Earth Spike and just mana drain to follow, so Aluka. His leap was already on cooldown from before. But even then, Spectre can't really help out with any burst damage or just any follow-up. Even if they get stun, after that Mirana is just gonna run away even with the leap being on cooldown. So this dual lane, I'm not really sure if it's working out well enough. Spectre, 1v1 against Mirana, I guess, would struggle just because, well, you're a melee hero.
Oh, bot lane, this is dangerous. KS, he gets a disruption going. Alucard stands back, shoots an arrow. Arrow misses! Oh, very unfortunate. So now Nasa has an opportunity to turn around and try to kill KS. 2 sticky napalm charges on right now, and about to hit the 3rd one. KS is dropping really low. He goes into the center, tries to deny himself, but is it going to happen? No! Nasa gets a kill, but here comes a rotation from Dafa. Dafa, he stuns up Phoenix. Phoenix, he has no more mana left, and he's going to be chased down. Oh, this arrow is going to connect. It hits Phoenix right in the face, and it's a beautiful arrow from Alucard, and those right clicks will be enough to take him. Alucard secures the kill and heads back towards the mid lane.
So, support for support at the moment. KS, of course, he was level 3. So his kill was a little bit more important there for Team NXL, I think. Although Lion, I guess, from the kill, he got some levels himself. As well as, he was soaking up quite a lot from the Spectre in the mid lane as well as Miracle. He's now rotated his way into the mid instead. Probably he's gonna go for a bottle if he's actually gonna stay on this lane. And they have a Gyrocopter staying solo on the off lane at the moment. I guess you might as well try to farm up the Gyrocopter. Just the laning that First Departure are doing and the aggression, it's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, look at down at bottom. Look at the difference in the last hits. Enigma with 24 last hits and 17 denies, as opposed to Batrider with only 10 last hit and 1 deny. So Enigma, he's definitely pulling ahead. Already level 6, a full level above the Batrider. That's pretty sick in terms of like what's happening there. So First Departure, they're winning 2 out of 3 lanes right off the bat, and we haven't really been exposed to the power of this Enchantress. He hasn't had an impact so far.
He most certainly has not. I mean, like you said before as well, he got some nice creeps, but every time he tried to go for the rotation, the Razor had just died like 5 seconds before, so he was a tad too late every single time. And oh, they're gonna find another kill. I think the disruption is there. Arrow to follow up. It hits perfectly Phoenix. He didn't try to dodge. He went for the Hex onto Lobby instead. So make it 5-1 because they also got the kill onto the Razor before with the 3 of them. And this game is already looking not too bad, or not too good rather, for NXL. At the very least, Miracle doesn't have a crazy amount of last hits, but still holding his own.
Oh man, NXL, there's so many problems with their lineup right now. Well, not really their lineup, but their playstyle and choices. Enchantress rotates bottom. Are they going to be able to pick off the Enigma? Enigma, he gets netted up, and are they going to use the lasso? Nope, they're just going to continue stacking the sticky napalm, and it's going to be more than enough to secure the kill. Zephyr, they finally get another kill on the board.
It's much needed as well, and Enigma, he was having a pretty nice time, level 6. Had the arcane boots and still going for the soul ring as AMC might be in trouble. Riptide comes out. Just some initial harassment. They even have the song if they really want to set up the kill. Not too sure if they want to spend the song though. It's a pretty long cooldown, but there's the ensnare coming out. It's gonna buy enough time for the disruption to follow. They're gonna get the rocket barrage. They're gonna have to connect properly. Oh god, the Riptide. With a few right clicks, KS. He gets the kill as Leap. Forced out from the Mirana top side. Dafa though, he has the black hole, he's rotating in as well. Can they set another kill for themselves up on the Razor? Oh, come on.
Man.
Midnight Pulse, clear the trees, go for Malphite. No, just Malphite. He's going to get purged, of course. There's the Midnight Pulse, Black Hole as well. Do they get the arrow follow-up? I don't think they even need Starstorm. A few right clicks. And just easy kills.
Wow. First Departure, they're executing their lineup so well. And Team NXL realizes, hey, our hero Razor just died at top once again, so now they're trying to trade for a tower down at bottom. But the rotations are coming in. We have KS and Lobby just sitting there, waiting for someone to come. And Phoenix, he might get caught out. He gets disrupted. He's gonna eat the Demonic Purge. Well, no, not Demonic Purge. Lobby gets hexed up. Batrider is here. And here we have the Moonlight Shadow being able to save Lobby. Lobby is gonna get out, yep. And instead, Aluka with the DD rune kills off the lion.
Oh,
Is
the
he
courier!
quite
Look at the
done?
courier! Oh god, no! Run! Leap! Leap! Oh, leap, some cooldown. They noticed
he's so
just
lucky.
in time.
And a double damage rune just finished on Aluka. And the tier 1 tower is gonna get denied.
Oh god, this almost, it was so close. They almost got it as well. Not quite though. Mid lane, nothing gonna happen. Absolutely nothing. Just a Riptide. But Miracle slowly starting to pick up on the farm. Not too crazy, but still number 2 in last hits. Tafa, maybe some of them are jungle creeps, so he's been cheating a little bit. But all in all, 9 minutes in, skill score 8-2. All the 3 cores of First Departure are the number 3 spots in net worth as well. And Miracle, Phoenix, he just wasn't fast enough to get close. So looking good.
Looking very good for First Departure. Spectre, mid lane, he's level 7, but hasn't had a single opportunity to use the Haunt. And I really don't agree with the laning choices. I feel like, sure, you can just leave the Spectre at top. He's not gonna get any farm, but
Oh,
if you...
Zephyr, Disruption, he's waiting for it. Soulcatcher, he's gonna go on the right target as well. Rocket Barrage though, it's not gonna be there. Haunt comes out. There's the homing missile, connects onto Zephyr. Do they have enough? Yes, they do. Tafa, he's going for a straight TP out. Smart choice as well. Phoenix actually went for the Earth Spike on Lobby and Lobby. Is he gonna run away with this? He should. Spectre though. He cleaned up. Shadow Demon. Batrider got the kill onto the Mirana. So is he 2 for 1 in the end?
Wow, so finally NXL gets something in return. Sure, the Enchantress dies, but they pay for it with the Mirana and Shadow Demon. I just feel like one of the best things about a jungler like Enchantress is you can always bring someone along with you, and you're virtually invisible on the map. And those ganks that come out of nowhere is gonna really force First Departure to start playing defensively. And if your Spectre's struggling at top, if your teammates give enough rotations on the other 2 lanes, put enough pressure, the people at top will start like leaving the lane and leaving Spectre alone to farm because they have to deal with what's happening elsewhere. But this isn't what has happened for Team NXL so far. Zephyr, to be quite honest, I feel has been somewhat of a lackluster Enchantress. He could have made so much more happen during the early game, but he just didn't have a partner. His partner in crime was just sitting at mid, trying to help out the Spectre, trying to zone out Mirana. And the way Lion works is he's a good disabler, but during the early game, he doesn't offer much damage, and his right clicks just suck against
It's gonna become even worse for Zephyr. If KS, can he get the disruption? Yes, he can. The Thunderclap, the Stomp, not enough, but there's the lasso. Onto KS, who already used the disruption. I think it's the wrong choice. There's the Black Hole catching both of the heroes. Not the rest of them, but a nice Earthspike from Phoenix catches 2 as well. They're gonna get KS. Tafa might even lose his own life. Gyrocopter gets his ultimate, but it's a 2 for 1 so far. Kai gonna clean up the Enchantress, so make it 2 for 2. All in all, to be honest, not a bad fight at all for NXL.
Well, a 2 for 2, but that's just Spectre. And your 2 cores are really not getting any farm. You traded for the 2 supports on First Departure. Everybody else got out safely, so you already have a Razor that's not getting any farm, and the person who was doing very well in the mid lane was the Spectre. Oh, they're going on top, and Dafa, he is in a bit of a pickle. He is trapped, uses the Midnight Pulse, tries to get out, ends up dropping. And this Rocket, is it going to be able to kill Phoenix? No, it doesn't matter because they are the Eidolons. But Lobby, after using the Rocket Barrage, she's in a lot of trouble. Gets taken down by the Firefly.
So the kill score 18-8 now. It used to be 8-2 at some point. Oh, Arrow will connect onto EMZ. Are you kidding me? Come on, leap. Yes, Kai, I think he's gonna get the kill. Starstorm. He needs a double tick of it. Is he gonna get it as well? Yes, he is. One more right click. No, no, the trolls.
They really trolled this game.
Well, still Spectre losing some gold there. And all the time, of course, Miracle keeps on farming up. he got the tower as well, or almost got it. It's going to be denied. A little bit unfortunate. Definitely would have helped out just the Radiance, or to get the Radiance a little bit faster, but still Miracle. He's number 1 in net worth, and it's scary for NXL unless they just start getting pickoffs on Naga.
Oh man, up against the Naga, if he can get a 20-minute Radiance in Blizzard Travels and maybe even a Yasha on top, I would just... And if we haven't broken a base, at least a lane of racks against the Naga, I would just like to call GG, to be quite frank. Because it's just that slow and eventual suffocation that's going to be coming out. It's only a matter of time that where Naga gets farmed enough, he just pushes all 3 lanes. You don't have a Trian protector to save your towers. You don't have anyone in the late game that can split push fast enough. So right now, things are not looking good at all for NXL. They needed the early game momentum. They needed to be on the aggression, finding pickoffs left, right, center. That Rider is doing a good job though. Like Nesa, he's got 4 kills, 0 death, and 2 assists. Always being at the right place at the right time. But his team, the rest of his team, is just crumbling under the weight of these like dual roaming Shadow Demon and Mirana. Oh, not Shadow Demon Mirana, Shadow Demon and Gyrocopter.
Definitely not a usual roaming combination, to be honest, you see, but it's worked out wonders, of course. They've had, first of all, the Ensnare to help out a little bit, then they even went with a Mirana for a little while. So, really nice rotations all in all from them. And Team NXL, looking at Spaceman, for example, he's going for drums on the Razor. Oh, the arrow ends just before it connects onto Razor. But not going for a mech, which means that their team is not going to have the heal, whereas Enigma has his own mech finished. So it's going to be even harder for them to burst heroes down. Yes, they have the Finger of Death, but other than that, the rest of their heroes, they really aren't huge damage sources yet.
And another thing that's somewhat worthy to know is Miracle. He's already sitting on around 3,465 gold. Whereas Spectre, he only has 1,800 gold. So Spectre is definitely behind. Not only that, it's like Spectre, normally these days you would like to see an early Urn of Shadows, because the potential of using Urn to chase down heroes and to burn the HP is very helpful during the early game phase. Plus, there's nobody else on their team that's making the item.
I just think Urn is one of the items that you should always have on your team. Like, Mech, Urn, and speaking of Urn, KS has his own on the Shadow Demon. He has the Demonic Purge as well. Phoenix just clearing up some illusions, except for stealing one as well at the same time. But Miracle, he had already backed off so far, has enough for the Relic. 200 on top of that almost demon. It's safe to say that first departure, if the Naga gets his Radiance like 18 minutes in, maybe a couple of minutes later, even if he should die, it's still just extremely good for their team. And I'm not too sure if NXL, like you already said as well, just voiced your doubts. Not too sure if they can deal with it.
I highly doubt it. Against the Naga, there's no turning back once he gets far enough ahead.
Oh, Xepher,
It's
he has
just that
smoked up
ridiculous.
with a Centaur. They want to go into the mid lane. Tafa might be the easier target since Kai, of course, has himself the leap. Will they go though? And Xepher once again just hasn't done it. He's only level 7 as well. Considering his lack of rotations, or I guess lack of success for rotations, he has still spent most of the time just farming the jungle, but even for that is low. But oh, the blink! The last one to Alok, immediate Malphite though. Firefly ends as well, and Kai should be able to just escape, or they're going for the counter. They don't care, the Haunt comes out. Is it gonna get any kills at all? I don't think so. So it's just Haunt on cooldown, Batrider dead, no lasso. Should be tier 1 in the favor of first departure now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very easy push. Dafa already finished up the mech. And this rocket hits. Hey, the follow-up arrow misses. Oh, he drops a call down. Easy kill. Once again, this mid tier 1 tower with only 400 HP left is just gonna... Oh my goodness, that Finger of Death. He drops the support gyrocopter. The amount of hate. Oh.
The hit was so funny, it's just like BAM! It happens so fast. It's probably one of the faster combinations that can actually kill in this game. So nice to see that they got 1 kill. And of course there's no real point to keep the Finger of Death on cooldown for a really long time, but it is a pretty long cooldown. Oh, Yarrow misses again, unfortunately. Starstorm doesn't even come out thanks to the Hex. So Phoenix is gonna just live to fight another day. But 15 to 9, Miracle, does he have his Radiance? Yes, it's flying out, or waiting in the base, I guess is the more correct way, but he has the Radiance in any case. So this game, it's going to be taken over by Miracle from now on.
Yeah, and Spectre is actually doing a good job. He has 3k gold. We all know Naga farms much faster than the Spectre, but he does have 3k gold, and that's what really matters. Once Spectre, if he can get the Radiance fast enough, start using it, abusing the fact that first departure they're a lot more fragile, especially the two supports. Well, Enigma is pretty tanky now that he's a mech, but if he can abuse the other 3 heroes on the side of first departure and win some significant fight, get the momentum going, they still have hope. Because right now, Miracle, he is just at the beginning stage of the farm fest.
Oh, can they get Miracle? They find him, blink, Hex comes out, lasso to follow up as well. They need more burst damage. Where's the Finger of Death when you need it? It's on cooldown, too bad. Defensive disruption as well. Homing missile chasing Phoenix. Radiance burn just burning Erotic Haze. Drops pretty damn low. Has the mech already been used or? Never mind, Enigma. He's finally gonna come in, but they lose to it. There's the black hole. Oh, Xepher, why did you run into it? Oh, look, he comes in as well. Starstorm. They're gonna get the Patriarch kill. Nice Surge Spike. Catches both Alpha and Kaido. It's a 3-for-1. It's an excellent fight, and they're gonna get even more.
Oh man, Miracle used his Song of the Siren way too late. He held on to the last second, and he used it only for himself because the Spectre was chasing him down with that very painful Desolate. And with that team fight said and done, Spectre now has 3,300 gold. Not too far from that sacred relic of his.
And then Razor, he got an ultra kill out of this, so suddenly he has a Drums, Ogre Club, plus another 2.4k gold. Gonna have his BKB or Aghanims, whichever one he wants to go for. Black Hole though, I have to say was pretty good, unfortunately. Too late, there was no cooldown anymore, no AoE damage to follow that up really. But the funniest thing is that the one NXL initiated on was the only one to survive.
Yeah, and first departure, there was some nice defensive disruptions as well. Just ensuring Miracle stays alive throughout the entire fight. Oh, Spaceman pops an arrow.
Oh, Phoenix, you didn't take one for the team. Call down to follow. Nice Earth Spike once again. Still, Rocket Barrage. He's just going to get chased down in Lion. Really poor hero for escaping. He should have taken one for the team and just took the arrow.
And that very fat Razor we're talking about, suddenly, wow, just lost a decent chunk of his gold. He was fairly close to that BKB. Now it's still a recipe away if he buys up. Oh, he might buy back here. Don't know. There's an opportunity. There's a disruption once again. Onto who? No, that's a very quick blink. So, just gonna be doing chip damage onto the tier 2 tower. And let's see, where's the Naga Siren? He's pretty close. Nearby. Has a song in about 8 seconds. Are they gonna look to fight? Probably not, because the black hole's on an 80-second cooldown. The best they can do is use cooldown, I suppose. Or use an arrow to follow up.
It's definitely not gonna be impactful, I think, if he sets it up with a song. Unless everybody's grouped up and the cooldown straight after the Siren or Song of the Siren will just pretty much hit everybody. But they're pushing 2 lanes at the same time and they're just perfectly fine with low sieging. But Neza, he wants to come in with the blink. Can he catch anybody? He should be able to easily get the lasso. There's the lasso coming up, but immediate defensive disruption is there. Cooldown comes out. Another flame break is there. Spaceman, he needs to do a little bit more damage. AMC, he comes in as well. Kai, does he still have his leap? No, it's on cooldown. Finger of Death to get the kill. Lobby pops the homing missile. Huge mistake. Sentries. Oh, he's still in range. They popped the dust as well. Another Hex. But Spaceman, he got stunned up by the Malphite. Kai, he gets stunned in return from Phoenix's Earth Spike. So far, is it really only the Battle of the Miracle? He's in the fight as well even. He pops the song just as he gets disrupted. That's a funny interaction. But Kai, he has the Starstorm. They're going to go for Spaceman. Spaceman kills off the support Shadow Demon. Doesn't really matter all that much as AMC. Gonna escape on the Spectre as well. Has his own Sacred Relic. So, getting pretty close to the Radiance, to be honest. Arrow will get dodged. Miracle Illusion's not gonna be enough. Xepher though. Alpha, Malphite. Level 4 Midnight Pulse. That's why he died so fast, but in the end, was it really like a 4-for-1 only?
Well, let's take a look at the fight recap.
No, it only says the Enchantress, man.
No! That sucks.
I mean, 4 heroes definitely died for NXL, that's for sure, but first departure, did they really only lose the Shadow Demon? I think Mirana...
No, the Mirana bought back. Mirana bought back, yeah. And let's not forget, actually, there's a pretty interesting item that Dafa could consider. Like, the first time I saw it was from EG, where Zai, he went for a Rod of Atos on Enigma. Holy crap! The power of the Rod of Atos plus the Midnight Pulse and the Maledict, it was insane. The guy was inside the Midnight Pulse for like forever, and suddenly you realize, hey, Enigma, he can gank really, really efficiently with that item.
To be honest, Road of Ages overall is a pretty strong item, I think. Just gives you some nice stats, some nice survivability, and just the low cooldown and the long range of that item. Especially since if you're up against a Spectre who's going to be building pretty tanky anyway at some point, getting the Heart of the Rask and whatnot, it might be a worthwhile item at the moment though. He's just going for BKB. Even if the BKB, Lasso can still stop it. And to be honest, apart from the Lasso, I guess Flame Break is a nice long range disable. But Lion would be the only one apart from the Lasso more or less to just stop it.
Oh, now this is a pretty crucial fight. Are they going to engage right away, or are they going to wait for the Spectre? He is a mere 100 gold away from his Radiance. And with the Radiant Spectre, they might just be able to win, come out on top in every single fight. An arrow, he whiffs the arrow, and let's see who gets Lasso. Lubby is in a little bit of trouble, but KS has a very fast disruption, saves his ally, and a beautiful black hole catches too. Naya and Spaceman are in trouble, and Spectre haunts in. Does he have the Radiance? I'm not too sure. He just got the Radiance, but in the back, the chase continues. Dafa is in a lot of trouble. Dafa drops his Spaceman's right clicks, and now we only have Alucard left. Alucard is going to be able to turn. Gyrocopter going down very fast. Lobby, he dies once again. That was a double kill for AMZ. AMZ looking at Alucard very far away. Now they want to chase the Nagasara. Nagasara, do you have the song? He does have the song, but he's going to turn it on fight AMZ. And he takes down AMZ without even have to use the song. But now Zephyr comes into the party a little bit late, not being able to help out his teammate on time.
Oh, the song setup for the arrow, perfect onto Zephyr. Miracle, triple kill for him. And he actually got the kill onto Razor. He was in the river. Razor was running away from the Mirana, who also leapt into the river, so Razor was around here, but just ticked down the Radiance burn before he got out of range. And Miracle getting a triple kill there, getting the kill onto Spectre, manning up like that, turning it around. He was just waiting for the Riptide to cool off. And yes, there's a Radiance on Spectre. He just finished it before he haunted in. He actually used Haunt before the courier delivered the Radiance to him, but just waited a few seconds and then haunted himself in as well. Still though, Miracle, he's pulling so far ahead now. Just almost a 6,000 net worth difference between Miracle and the Spectre.
It's the nature of this hero. It's just so disgustingly good. Those illusions allow you to do endless split pushing, clearing multiple camps at the same time, cutting creep waves. So that's why, like, Naga, even though one-on-one straight up, he loses to a lot of heroes late game, but he never loses the late game because of his split pushing ability. He just constantly pushes out all three lanes, and sure, I can kill you one-on-one, but you're never gonna see me, so what are you gonna do then?
And I'm not overly convinced if Spectre is even one of the heroes that can take him one-on-one. Just the illusions helping out, although illusions, they aren't as scary usually before they get that Diffusal Blade. Just the feedback of the Diffusal Blade, getting the mana burn is so damn powerful if you have the illusions, but Manta Style is going to be finished already on Miracle. He's level 15. That guy is just on a roll, and it's getting just harder and harder to get the kill on him, although Neza might find one Miracle. He's baiting it out. He makes it so that everybody thinks it's an illusion, or I'm not too sure what that was all about, but he just completely man-moded through the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, it's attributed to his movement speed. Look at that. It's ridiculous. 462 movement speed, and an arrow, oh, barely misses Neza. Neza, he's lucky to have gone away, because the follow-ups would have been very close. And now we have a Moonlight Shadow. Are they going to be able to find anyone? They see Zephyr, but he's too far out. KS just can't use offensive disruption. And eventually, they might have to opt to retreat. And look at Miracle. Look at those Naga illusions go, cutting off mid creep wave as well as bottom, and TP's top continues his triple lane farming.
Oh, and Dafa has his BKB finished on the Enigma as well, so they're kind of getting all the items that are necessary for them. Enchantress did steal an illusion, trying to just get the benefits of the Radiance burn and counter push a little bit. But look at the graphs. Just across the last 7 or so minutes, the lead has expanded by about 8,000 in net worth for first departure. XP, the same story, more or less, so about 7,500 XP lead, 12,000 in gold or net worth. This Naga already up to 16.5k. What's his gold per minute? Almost 600. And I think really this game is in the bag for first departure unless they really start throwing.
And that's the crap thing about a Naga Siren. I mean, I love watching Naga Sirens, but I hate it when the game feels like it's determined, you know, it's set in stone. As soon as Naga gets to a certain point in the game, get certain amount of farm. It feels like
He's
it's
playing
just
illusion
over.
again. Just two of them running together. One is an illusion, one is the real deal. Just Riptide to make sure Battler can't blink after him anytime soon. But just the
Oh,
plays.
he's been
Oh,
so shaky.
Neza comes in anyway. He can't pop the Song of the Siren. Can't actually bring him down. They have the Hex coming out. There's Spike to follow. Finger of Death as well. They actually kill Miracle. Just those cheeky plays were a little bit too much even for himself.
Oh, Miracle. Reminds me of Demon so much. Like, sometimes you just want to wander around, you want to make the plays, or even you just want to taunt the opponents, but you get a little out of control. But at this point, he knows, he can feel it, like, man, this game is within my grasp. I am the one to dictate whether I want to win the game or not. If I decide to throw it, get killed multiple times, then sure. But that's most likely not gonna happen. And it seems like he's gonna head towards the Lincoln Sphere to prevent Batrider from being able to catch him.
If he had that Lincoln Sphere for that gank, would have survived. Even Kai went for one on the Mirana. So in theory, they can even double Lincolns the Naga Siren if it really comes down to that. Neza, he has his 4-step as well, so he will have something to pop the Lincolns with. Although, for example, if he wants to go for Mirana now, I'm pretty sure they don't know yet that there's a Lincoln out there. So first, Lasso might just go to waste. But all in all, this Miracle pickup was so important for NXL to kind of get any breathing space, especially as AMZ. He has a casual vitality booster. Do you think he's going to build straight into Heart, or is he going for some other item now on the Spectre?
Spectre, there's several ways of playing this. A lot of Chinese players, they like to get a casual vitality booster and then just later on upgrading into Heart, or they like to get a Yasha. And right now I feel like Spectre, he might want to head towards like even more team fight. Maybe a Manta Style would be good, because Manta Style with the dispersion does reflect quite a decent chunk of damage. Or maybe just go into a Diffuser Blade so that he can like slice the mana of every single from first departure, every single hero. But look at it, right now they're not scared of a Diffuser Blade anymore. The only useful thing about the Diffuser Blade at this very point in time...
Miracle! Neza, can you get the Blink fast enough? Blink! There's the slowest of Miracle, gonna pop his song just in time this time around. Neza just couldn't get close enough. Maybe should have even used the 4-step to get, or Priest the grab, but top lane, the Horn comes out, Black Hole onto Spaceman. His BKB keeps him alive. The physical damage from Kai isn't all that great, but between the 3 or 4 of them, it's gonna be enough in the end. So Razor is down, Haunt is on cooldown also. Neza might catch somebody with the Blink arrow. Wow, they were trying to actually chase for AMC still. They still might. Homing missile is there. They need Miracle though. Miracle in the back lines. Gonna go for Phoenix. Might just get the Radiance burn. Never mind. There's the Lasso onto Lobby. It's only support though. Kai just dishing in with the right click damage, and both Lobby and the AMC, they're on the high ground now. AMC of course gets away from there. Impetus doesn't do anything from this close of a range. Aluka, if he keeps on running, actually he's gonna go down, I think. Never mind, he's far enough now. So in the end, they 2 for 1.
And meanwhile, like at top, right? What happened was Enigma takes an easy tower, and mid we have a continued engagement. Who gets disrupted? It's AMZ, but AMZ gets it safely with a Spectral Dagger. Actually, no, he's not safe. He's stuck. That's what it is.
Okay, yes, Shadow Poison. Shadow Poison. They know they don't feel the Radiance burn. He disabled it. Oh, such a smart choice. But they're gonna get the Ensnare onto Phoenix instead. Oh no! The Black Dragon with this. Does Soul Catcher amplify the damage of neutrals as well?
And now AMZ is very, very, very low. He only has 100 HP left. Gets disrupted. He is in trouble. Yeah, there's no way out from that.
I don't exactly know why Dafa went for PKB, but oh, I guess just because you can, they don't. Well, Song of Siren won't even follow up on the Spaceman Miracle, too low on mana. But that fight just crippled NXL even further. But does Soul Catcher also boost the damage of neutrals?
No idea.
Because this
But
Black Dragon really kind of just
But it should,
obliterated Phoenix.
it should amplify any damage source coming towards that hero that gets the demonic, well not demonic purge, the Soul Catcher. I don't know, it feels like at this point, First Departure are just toying with Team NXL. Look at it. Well, we talked about last game how none of the tier 1 towers have fallen, right? But this game, it's a pretty close scenario. Apart from the bottom tier 1 tower, nothing else has happened on the map. Miracle is just keeping all the creep wave, all the lanes barely outside of Team NXL's base.
It's so sad if you have to deal with a Naga Siren split push with the Radiance. You just can't leave your base really, and it's so frustrating. At the very least, they have the Enchantress to kind of steal one illusion for themselves. Use it against first departure as well as... Oh, Kai, he's gonna find Neza. He gets the 5-second arrow. It's still not gonna be enough Starstorm. A little bit too late. Mech from Xepher keeps the Batrider alive. Oh, Kai should have gone for a Starstorm just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, look at what Miracle's doing now. He is literally just walking around playing mind games. Okay, I'm a huge illusion walking up to you. he just walked up to Spaceman as if like he doesn't care. And he literally doesn't care.
At least Razor is getting pretty close to his own Aghanim Scepter. Definitely gonna boost up their damage overall and their pushing prowess if they ever reach a tower, because so far they've only managed to take that one bottom tier 1 and that's about it. Blink Dagger is there on Enigma with the Black Hole ready, level 3. Oh god, Blink, BKB, Black Hole. I highly doubt that the Batrider will be in position to stop that.
There's nothing you can do about the super pushing. That's why I didn't like the Spectre pick. It doesn't offer you any potential to push out the lanes. And sure, if a Batrider finds a good initiation, then you can come and haunt into the fights. Right now, look at it. Even if you win a team fight, you're still stuck in your base. And by the time, with the lineup they have, they push really slow. If they have, say, a tiny IO, I would give them, I would say, hey, there's still opportunity. If you win a team fight, you might just be able to go down mid and destroy the base. But not with a Spectre. Not at all.
Spectre definitely not the best just counter pusher. I guess you can still split push one lane and join the fights with Haunt, but it's just a Spectre not being that scary at all. He's going for Heart now, so he's going to survive for a little bit longer. But his damage output is still going to be just meh.
Yeah, and Naga Siren is almost like has almost double the farm of the next person in line, and that's gonna be the Mirana. Mirana, what is he sending
Miracle?
towards him right now?
He wants to go for the Enchantress, but the Enchantress's life regen is decent enough, or is it theirs? The Nature's Intendants, and he's gonna be fine. Miracle though, he's being an absolute baller, but look at the stolen illusion. Just kiting the creep wave away.
Yeah, he just casually walks into opponent's face. It's like, what can you do to me? Absolutely nothing. It's like taking a stroll in the park. He doesn't even care about last hitting much anymore. He just wants to stop the waves from getting pushed out.
He has so many last hits already, almost 10 per minute. Not the craziest amount I've seen, but Miracle, he is absolute man mode. I mean, just such a baller. Pops the Manta Cell as well. He wants to go for the kill. He even might succeed. Linken's is popped already, so Miracle has to be a little bit careful. Pops the song. BKB is there on Razor, so he's gonna escape back to base. Miracle gonna TP out himself. Heart of the Risk finished in the meantime onto AMZ. But that was so close for the Razor.
Living life on the edge. And, well, like you said, Razor has an Aghanim Scepter, but what does it really achieve? He can't even kill an illusion. He is just getting gunned down by these Naga Siren illusions. Well, I guess we're all here to sit and wait and watch the performance of this amazing Naga Siren by Miracle, and watch the slow and eventual death of Team NXL.
It's really boring, to be honest, from this point onwards. We've had a pretty nice amount of kills, I like to say, because 32 to 20, 36 minutes in, 52 kills. Definitely not a bad just kill per minute ratio, but just the way this game, it really feels like it's all but, well, almost over. Now they're gonna go for Roshan as well. It's like first departure. We don't have enough of a lead. We need an Aegis to back it up, or maybe NXL, come on, go out to your base now, smoke, wreck team fight, get Aegis, win game. Easy, yes.
This game might get to the point where counting trees on the map might be pretty fun. Because I saw a Reddit post a couple of days ago, there was someone who actually spent the time to count the trees on the map. And it feels like this is where we're headed.
And then along comes a Timber Saw, just cuts a few, and it's like, oh shit. And look
That
at
would
Miracle.
really suck.
Just runs into the enemy base again. Oh, Neza, he was almost there in time to just blink in, flame break from a long distance and stop Naga Siren's TP from getting out. But Naga, he TP'd back to base, finishes up the Diffusal Blade. Aegis was picked up by the Mirana in the meantime. They are just almost 20,000 net worth ahead, XP about 14,000 as well. Blink Dagger on Shadow Demon. Oh god. So predictions. I'm gonna say this game ends at 46 minutes.
I'll give it an hour, just like hour plus.
I think it actually might end with like 42, depending on if First Departure are gonna go aggressive now or not. Because if they just win one decisive team fight, it might be already enough for NXL to just call it. Although, well, it's not like they're gonna be completely out of the tournament. There's still gonna be a losers bracket as well.
You know what's another possibility? Miracle just going deep enough to the base and draws everyone there and then puts on the song and his teammates just take towers, take their axes, and then they all TP out.
That was my first thought as well when I saw Miracle just charging into the base last time around. Although it was just to make sure that Roshan goes down, I guess. KS, oh, the Blink 4 stuff, not gonna be enough to get just close enough for the initiation. But this homing missile, man, 500 damage.
And the problem is, the reason why Miracle is able to do this is there's not enough BKBs on the side of Team NXL. Spectre is a hero that doesn't really make BKB to begin with. And Razor, sure, you're the only guy with the BKB, but you're not gonna stop a TP from the Naga Siren. And there's no way Lion will ever get there, like unless the game goes on for another half an hour or so. In Enchantress, he's not gonna be able to do it. The only guy who can actually do something to Naga Siren is the Batrider. But look at his farm right now. It's just too far-fetched to ask of him to get a BKB at this stage.
By the way, look at Gyrocopter. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter. Oh, but the last one to KS. Finally, they get the Shadow Demon to prevent the defensive disruption. He still survived for a long enough time, but in the meantime, AMC might be in trouble against Miracle. No illusions, so when Snare finally comes out, there's the illusions with the Manta Style. They had the Diffusal Blade as well, but AMC just outrunning Miracle. Miracle dropping pretty low himself as well. And pops the song just in case to TP out. But Aghanim Scepter Gyrocopter is a thing I haven't seen for quite a while.
This is just so nasty, like as if Miracle split pushing isn't enough. Gyrocopter, global cooldown. How mean is this? Just like a constant amount of global pushing out your creep wave. Oh, even a Gyrocopter is getting into it.
That item. At least he can make sure that when there's actually a black hole to come out, he's sure to have the cooldown follow.
Well, he might as well get a refresher after this, right? Just like double cooldown. Look at it, he's already starting to spam at top. AMZ takes a bit of a harassment damage. It doesn't really hurt for him. He only dropped around 300 HP. The Spectre, he's slowly grinding his way up there. But, oh, Miracle is so cheeky with those illusions. Just avoiding seeing the Lion. Doesn't want to lose any of them.
Oh, would make sense as well, but he's already down to 6 diffusal charges. Has used to. Hasn't been able to net up any kills with them. But this guy just... NXL, they are literally pushed back into their own base. They can't really leave reliably and just feel safe.
Here's another illusion to push mid. And that's the purpose of these two supports, Lion plus Enchantress. So Lion can get rid of 2 and Enchantress can steal the 3rd one. And with this, they might be able to fend off FD for a very long time. And that's why I made the prediction of this game going past an hour mark.
What did I say? Did I say 46?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Are you regretting it?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all, man. I have faith that First Departure won't just push out.
No,
especially
no,
since
it's
Enigma,
not...
he's only about 600 gold away from a refresher orb. Oh, Miracle, they're gonna throw it up in there, but free man, black hole, beautiful. Where's the global cooldown? Finally, it's gonna come out. The 2 heroes are down already. Razor, he buys back, but what a massacre it was. AMC though, he gets the 1 kill onto the Shadow Demon, ensnared up. Should be an easy kill, really. Or is Spectre? He's pretty damn tanky with the heart. Spaceman stealing some damage from lobby. Do they have any vision? I don't think so. Arrow catches Spaceman and suddenly he's dead. He was in the level 4 Midnight Pulse. Spectre, oh thank god he got away. There's the Song of the Siren. Zephyr gonna get in range as well. Should be an easy kill onto the Enchantress. He still has to make nice 4-step and snare on cooldown, waiting for the Diffusal Blade. Easy kill, and Spectre, he's alone. We have no buyback on any of the other heroes.
Oh man, you might have just gotten the perfect prediction timing. Right now we're sitting at 42 minutes and a half, and that's the first tier 3 tower to go down. And it seems like the Rexes are soon to follow. And there's not going to be any answers because Team NXL, they're all dead except for the Spectre. Now comes the Lion, but he's not going to be able to do anything with just the Lion and Spectre. They need to wait for the rest of the Cavaliers to arrive. And Naya, he responds, but what can he really do here? This is going to be another set of Raxes that's going to disappear. I don't know if it's going to be Megas in this in a very quick succession, but oh, are they really going to go for Miracle? A very nice meta style. AMZ, he's in a lot of trouble. Standing in the midnight post, just dropping so much HP. He is down to 100 HP and he gets dropped by Aluka. Oh, okay. There we have the finger, but it didn't do very much. And
oh,
just
guys!
for
First Watcher,
the
stop!
GG goal.
Stop! Stop! Don't end this game so fast!
Now you're gonna get your predictions. It feels like it's right
It's
around
close
there.
enough.
Yeah.
So NXL looks like they're out of their last breath, and GG is cold as well. So first departure. From the point that Miracle got like what, an 18-minute radiance, it felt like it was over. Of course, Spectre, they got one nice fight. He got like a 22-minute radiance in return. So overall, in the end as well, Spectre, he got a lot accomplished to be honest in the team fights. Not the last one though, just being in the Midnight Pulse with an Heart of the Rask. Just you're going down, buddy. But not too bad of a game from NXL to be honest.
Oh, indeed. They put up a fight, but that was the best they could have done.
Yeah, so unfortunately their early game aggression just didn't work out, nor did the dual mid lane with the Lion Spectre. Enchantress, if he had just a tad early game impact, might have gone differently. But in any case, guys, this will conclude it for the day for the Thailand Championship. First departure, they advanced to the winner bracket final. Team NXL dropped down to the loser bracket. And tomorrow I think we will start with Team Malaysia versus Mineski in the second semi-final. So should be an awesome start to the day tomorrow at 6 Central European Summer Time, 12 SGT Singaporean time. So lots more Dota to come tomorrow. At least six games I think should be. But in any case, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, be sure to just drop a follow to support us. And also you can follow us on our social media to know when we're going live, with what stream, with what games, on what channels. It's all HeflaTV. All the links are below the Twitch stream as well. So once again, guys, appreciate it that you tuned in, supported us as well as the Thailand Championship. Hopefully Southeast Asia will have more such tournaments in the future. And Mito, any last words?
No, I'm very happy to be here. Like, really miss casting with you, and hopefully all the viewers enjoyed it.
So do I, guys. So just a few songs now to finish up the stream, and hope to see you tomorrow for more Southeast Asian action.